We're going to be turning that up to 11 here. Gaia can get to play. And, oh, all right, you know what? I'm down for it. The switch change was worth it.
God, people pick good music, but then there's always that one wise guy that picks yodeling and Meadow Hill and goes, dude, this is a bop.
That came on. That was on like 4 times whilst Tekken was setting up.
But here we go, on to our game 1 of Tigerton versus Kai. And we're seeing a change back to the classic for Tigerton of Roy.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the play. You want some of that speed to just kind of stop this from setting up, but our first 64, we go from dirt straight to lava.
Just want to know, that's wooden tools, ladies and gentlemen. Gaia is at the weakest possible power level for Steve, bar from bare knuckle fists.
Yeah, but honestly, he makes it look... We see him sometimes set up to go for these materials. Obviously, the materials do change depending on what stage you go to. But I never really saw him using anything except wood.
Yeah, it's literally like, I thought... Back before Steve came out, I thought Min Min was like the most stage determined character in the game, the most matchup determined, the most stage determined. Now I'm a sole believer in that it's Steve, and Steve specifically has made stage picking and stage banning so important because of not only the materials you mine, but what you mine with. You'll note that on Battlefield, they're mining with a pickaxe on that stage, which is the weapon that you use for dash attack, for forward air, for back air, among others. Whereas on a stage like I'm trying to think of a good one. Because there's other stages that uses shovel. I think FD actually uses shovel. I might be wrong. But some stages use shovel, which not a single move in your kit uses shovel apart from mining. Which is like massive, massive for the matchup.
All right, we're going to see now as we get a little bit of stage control once again exerted by Tigerton. We're talking about all the things that Steve can do, but Tigerton white hot here on the Roy. Didn't need to warm him up at all. Was able to actually confirm the first stock off of that sail down into fair. Let's see if he can do it again. Dash attack. Oh, the get up attack finds nothing but air, and unfortunately, that's not going to be punished for maximum value off the back of the TNT. Going to avoid that grab. And the angles, honestly, on the glider are so insane from Gaia.
That they are. There are some really funny things you can do with it, especially the angling of like the initial launch. You can get like double the distance vertically than you can if you like start horizontal and quickly snap top. And I don't know how it works, but I know it's a thing.
All right, we're going to see the powered minecart there. Makes use of a little bit of that golden resin that we've been seeing him pick up. Does actually have the gold tools out, which might have actually been the reason that he dropped the combo. Tries to get him back in. The minecart is like, sorry, sir, you have not reached your destination. Your Uber driver is still here. Also, Gaia's dropped the crime table, only now choosing to go for diamonds because they're at 133 against them. Roy, dash attack will just do that. Gaia, no materials in their arsenal, only a minuscule amount of iron. They've gone for stone tools. This is going to hit harder, but some of those classic wood combos aren't actually going to still be true. Whereas Tigerton, materials or not, is going to still be able to find these hilt tippers and find tons of damage from them. All right, we're going to see that dash attack connects, and now just playing things a little bit slow, not trying to force his way back in. Obviously, if you try and play that close, that fast game, Roy excels at it more than anything, as we've seen. Jab into the forward egg, just going to go for that sweeping coverage rather than try and finish things out with the Jair itself.
That was, I have not really actually seen that before. Gaia, rather than going to the ledge, actually putting a block perfectly to extend the stage and then trying to catch something from Tigerton. Obviously, it found nothing but air, but I really respect the attempt, and I think that could potentially work later on.
Yeah, we actually saw him do it in the first stock as well, where he put down 2 of the stone blocks just under the ledge. So that way, if he wasn't able to snap the ledge, he could get on to the blocks. That's been the first game that we see Gaia lose here, as Tigerton takes it in a pretty convincing 2-0.
I definitely think that Roy was the right choice here over Byleth, because as we were saying at the start, Roy has that raw speed. Not to mention as well that when Steve sets up those blocks, your main game plan is like, I need to get over these, get under these, or get through these. And like Byleth, if you do say like an F tilt, that's got way more end lag than a... Wait, are we listening to what I'm thinking we're listening to?
You are listening to trance music for a race.
I need a drink. Oh wait, is my bag here? Oh, it is, thank God.
All right, we're going to be seeing the Enderman, the next level.
1, go!
Some people would like to use those skin matchups to just like power themselves up. The Enderman back in play. This time he's going to make it to the ledge, but second hit and landing net is going to keep him there off stage. One of the few characters that really doesn't have to worry too much as long as he has the resources available. But we're seeing a lot of the glider to try and start things off. Right, down throw, and now we're going to see the full corner carry. Obviously, Roy, a character that is vertically challenged when it comes to his recoveries, so being put further and further away and having to pick between a nearest to straight up or just horizontal distance. I can't believe he's made this back. It felt like Tigerton really was just continuing to roll, but after that down throw, just the vibe of the match just changed. Now we're pretty much tied, all things considered.
It honest to God feels like Gaia's early game is insane. Like, I think it's the fact that no one really, for some reason, respects Steve at the very start of the match. It's like, you've got no materials, you've got nothing you can work with, I'm going to run you down, and you're just going to be mining, I'm going to catch you asleep at the wheel. Gaia, on the other hand, is like, I know 11-7 different things I can do to you with my current kit, and you're going to see all of them.
All right, we're going to see him back off there. Both of them just about 100, and we're starting to see the slower this goes, and now that's a little bit of tech. Just pushing that TNT to cover that mid stage, so now you have to try and play with your back against the wall. DI out on that sour spot there, isn't going to find much, and nice parry, catches the roll away with the minecart, and now we've got diamonds on deck.
That we do. Building a small temporary structure, but Tigerton takes it down like the big bad wolf. There's a quadruple side B, and it takes the stock from Gaia.
Yeah, double-edged dance doesn't need to be empowered by diamond. It's always hitting for max damage if you're playing at that close range. Good in the late game and the early game, but speaking of early game, we once again see the drop on the gold tools.
And Gaia trying to use him to his advantage, but Tigerton managed to find him in. Tries to keep Tigerton off stage as well. Sorry, tries to keep Gaia off stage. Because if Gaia can be forced to like play off stage constantly, he's going to be burning materials to try and make that back. Also, do you know why that works? Why the down smashes doesn't make you get affected by TNT?
Yeah, I think it's just a weird property of it. Because obviously Steve isn't immune to TNT.
Yeah, no, he takes it normally.
But I guess the down smash is one of those things where just a little bit of a knowledge check there, and also being able to set it off immediately is such a cool tech. We're going to see the gold tool taken immediately off, but it finds some usage here. But we're running out of time, running out of options, and running out of stocks for Tigerton, as this time he's going to be playing from behind. And gold on deck. This time we finally see a full conversion. It's 51.
Gaia ready to try and seal the deal and take a very early stock from Tigerton. But Tigerton looking to even this out as quick as he can. Looks for a big hit, tries to convert off that jab. We all know that he wants like a back air from that or something, but that's going to be curtains. Oh, no, he lives on. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't really send that far out. This time, though, Gaia not choosing to try and challenge it again. He got the free damage last time, and he's going to be trying to keep that in the back pocket. There is a little bit of space between the third and second hits there, but immaculate DI there from Tigerton. I don't actually believe you can ASDI that either to try and make use of the multi-hits. So really just with straight DI somehow gets away with it, but the tried and true, even without getting the reversal there, he was able to catch the jump with the forward air.
There is such a reason why you get told, do not put your controller down until the screen says game. We have seen 2 or 3 even, I think 2, red flash screens. And since then, Tigerton's taken the stock and begun to run with this one.
Yeah, if your DI is on point, you don't even have to be phased by that red flash. Only takes into account a no DI situation. So you can live through those if you're on point, not guaranteed like it is in the likes of Rivals of Aether and other games like that.
Tigerton tries to get in on Gaia, tries to get a solid read and knows to roll. The moment you get hit by the hitbox of the cart, if you roll, you won't get grabbed by it if the Steve has jumped out, and Tigerton knows that and knows that well. Gaia having to burn. Oh no! The comeback was in the works and they both felt it, I think.
Yeah, you can see, we talked about the vibe changing at the beginning of that first stock, but it definitely felt like it switched back just after a couple. The trance music, almost like just the looming threat.
Yeah.
It's like you're not quite at the boss music, but you know that you kind of wish you saved before you left this room.
Yeah, it's like there was an entire chest you didn't open and that had like 3 different 1-ups and like a whole new kind of health pot you didn't even know existed, but you went, you know what, I've got enough.
Yeah, let me just see what the enemies are like on the next floor, and then the doors close.
Yeah.
And you go,
I may have messed up here somewhere.
All right.
No. Oh, okay, we're being subjected to this. Who switches this, and can they be banned from next Wake Up?
You know exactly who it's from. You know what? We got outplayed.
Unfortunately so. But here we go into the third game of this set. And we're going to be seeing a change from Gaia once again onto the zombie skin.
Right, I guess he's just changing it up each time.
I don't want to listen to this. I've heard like the first few seconds, I'm like, I'm already done.
Just like, yeah, you know, I'm listening. I'm curious. Good time him out. I want to see the. I want to hear the whole OST.
No,
I want to hear the whole OST.
If this goes to time, I'm leaving. Right. Either way, Tigerton tries to keep Gaia off stage, but that down air is going to be almost doing it, popping up perfectly into the forward air.
You can tell the Titans also like labbed sour down air conversions because like some people they go for the dare and that was where their game plan ended.
Yeah.
Titan, it feels like as soon as the sour down air connects, he's already up there getting ready to connect with fair.
Yeah, it's normally with those like down airs that are like that, you kind of accept it as this either kills or it's resetting neutral for me. But Tigerton used it to capitalize.
Oh
no! He's alive?
You know, he took his hands all the way up, but I guess also the joys of a wireless controller. You can still be DIing whilst you throw your hands up in despair.
That it is. Tries for that explosion, but can't find it. Also, I really like the cancelling on the side B a few hits in because it gives you time to stop and then maybe go for a mix-up or even just disengage. Because 9 times out of 10, the enemy will be too afraid to drop that shield in case you just carry on.
All right, we can see the down tilt connect here. Still able to make it out. Trying to see if he can catch like a panic roll on, but Tigerton steady at the wheel.
We've seen this so many times. There we go. Tigerton finally works around it.
The Blazer going to come out, and that's going to just be a little bit of a combo breaker. The glider once again goes unpunished. It feels like we've seen different glider setups every single time. Tries to go for that single side B to reset for the jab, but this time we're just going to keep it nice and simple. Back air out of shield. We're going to see the punish on the glider for the first time. Sour Nair. And we're going to witch them repeat. Jab back air claims another.
That it does. Another soul for the taking. Tigerton is obviously looking to see that 3-stock come through. Gaia looking to do all he can to stop it from happening. Viant waits out all of the hits and run up in the face. Hey, have you seen what ambles are? What are?
Excuse me? That's a thing?
Yeah, because the moment that amble comes out, it's a hitbox and there's no spike box on it whatsoever, so you can just boosh on people's faces.
That's nasty. But nice and simple. Blazer out of shield once again, just going to rack up the damage. Not quite at that jab back air kill percent, but you definitely don't want to be finding out at the ledge. DI's out, and also Tigerton not able to connect that back air. We're going to see the slow glide this time. Lining them back up. Oh no, you don't want to be there as Rob, but unfortunately Gaia, I think that's really the first mishap we've seen from him off stage. Maybe trying to be a little bit too tricksy here.
Yeah, we're kind of looking at 2-1 Tigerton to Gaia. So that means one more game in Tigerton's favor, and they will be rocketing up through bracket. But one more win in Gaia's favor means we're going to be seeing a Game 5 scenario.
Yeah, haven't seen one yet. We're going to be going to the original soundtrack of the game. As just the shout out to the entire nation of Sweden, I guess.
Oh, are we seeing another skin change?
Oh, default himself.
The main man of the hour, Minecraft Steven.
All right, yeah, we just got Sweden in the back, I guess. As Fail not looking to move on 3-1 Tigerton. No stranger to these top cuts.
Big fan of random first and neutral because I love them even more when they're clearly highly unintentional.
I love the ones, yeah, the unintentional, and they're like, yeah, I meant to do that. It's like, so why were you down airing after, huh?
71%, I want to know, just came from up tilt, block, and then I don't think it was up. Whoa.
So that covers the side platform here. Those low side platforms. Tries to go for it again. And we can see the close range hitbox. Obviously a little bit of armor on that, on the startup.
So starts working his way in, but with only 18% on Gaia, is it gonna really be doing that much? Oh no!
That's actually a big lead here for Gaia. You know, an SD ended the last game and it really didn't feel like he had that last game under control, but this one really comfortably in his favor to start things off.
That it is. Gaia tries to find that pressure on Tigerton's shield, but he bursts out at just the right time. But he is up at 58, make it 72. And he knows he can't engage whenever Gaia does this kind of thing. But that's the thing, right? Putting down the TNT and blowing up like that is giving him time to get like 1 or 2 mines off, which, as we've seen, is enough to give him diamonds in his inventory.
Yeah, he's really aggressive with the way he mines. He is not afraid to just start going for it, like, in your face, which you wouldn't really expect in front of Roy, one of the most explosive characters in the close-range game.
Ooh, goes for that down air again. We've seen it work wonders, but unfortunately, this wonder is not one to be perceived yet.
All right, tries to use the sliding F tilt, but was already on the ledge. Down smash covers both options, and now Roy has to go the full distance. Is able to make it, not quite getting bullied by the Flint Ball.
Uh-oh, we've seen this happen a million times. Oh, no! What?
You know, he was definitely trying to build an L, but he didn't have the resources for it. He was definitely looking for that L.
They're failing BMing because you haven't mined enough.
You know, stage fright. It happens here on top 8.
It does. It always does. Big F-tilt from Tigerton, though, is going to be finding a connection and taking Gaia out.
But honestly, who would have thought the default Minecraft Steve himself was going to be the most comfortable game we've seen here from Gaia.
Yeah, it's honestly, sometimes the classic is what works best, you know? Tigerton tries to find it in, only finding hits on shield. Gaia just, we're seeing a lot of spacing off stage as well, trying to keep Tigerton away, because we've seen that, obviously, Roy loves to come out and just take you out, and Gaia wants nothing less than for that to happen.
Yeah, we're going to see Steve move into a second stage of Rage here. He's actually one of those few combo characters that isn't really hurt by Rage at low percent, so it's kind of surprising that we saw Gaia drop that wood combo. He's been pretty much on point with those, really only dropping when he uses the gold materials. Just going to go straight through the double-edged dance with the armor once again up the wall as he continues to mine.
Breaks that wall with the F-smash. Tigerton comes down with down air as well. Oh, and coming down. There goes the anvil. 2-2. Gaia to Tigerton, taking this to a Game 5 scenario. We're seeing one more match between these two.
It's crazy as well because it felt like he threw out so many of those at the beginning of the set, the beginning of that map, and then I forgot about them.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they don't exist anymore. We don't have to worry. And then here we are.
Going to Game 5. And quite rightly, the beat starting to amplify as this is their winner's bracket game here to try and take this against Lucretio on the other side of top 8.
There's no chance we get a stupid song for Game 5, right?
Surely not.
I'm down with this. Oh.
Yo.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Is this copyrighted?
It's a remix.
Does that make it? Okay.
We'll be alright.
We'll pray.
Alright, Tigerton looking to try and take this. He's had some really comfortable games, but some of them have been a little bit shaky. That one definitely has the momentum in favor of Earth, Wind, and Gaia.
I just want to say, I love that. I just love the fact that that's the sponsor tag. It's Earth, Wind, and. It's so good.
Earth, Wind, and I guess Earth again.
True. Very true. Either way, that minecart going across the straight, trying to catch Tigerton disengaging, but also just covering a hell of a lot of that dead space.
Right, now. Just playing it a little bit slower. It's Gaia. Gets the corner carry. Doesn't actually get any damage off the minecart, but he's got a lot of stage positioning now. Tigerton had to respect it and ended up losing.
Goes in with the minecart, pops Tigerton up, making it so it was safe and sound to get up a ledge, but that neutral get up in the shield is unfortunately not as safe as it seems. Down smash triggering that TNT as we've seen time and time again, as well as this time we're seeing a more defensive Gaia come out, trying to fish up for those laser materials as quick as he can.
Yeah, we haven't seen it too much on the falling up airs, but the conversions there from Tigerton have been really, really solid in those mid-percents. This time gets his shield out and going to go for the Blazer, goes for that B-reverse one, so he can go to the platform in case it's safe, but unfortunately for him, still going to die at 132 off the hit with the up smash.
Big reaction to Gaia as he knows that felt a little bit off, but Gaia, I like that a lot actually, building onto the tower that was already there to extend the combo up into it. It was very nice.
Tosses him off to the side. Tigerton tries to catch a low recovery. Obviously, Gaia more than capable of going high, more than capable of going low. Obviously, if he's using the glider, he is going to have to duck down to try and get that height on the way back up. We're going to see the sword and pickaxe immediately put to work, but he misses the anvil, gets it onto the ledge, so Tigerton able to overshoot by holding down, get a little bit of space.
Big side B does claim that space as Gaia's Tigerton now being the one that has to make the approach. Goes to break those blocks. Gaia goes for the call out, but Tigerton knows when to disengage. It was all a bait to begin with.
Feels like he's just so good at mixing up his recovery. Tigerton's been chasing him down so much, but what for? He's nearly down a full stock. Looking to get laps, but this time he catches him jumping out. He's starting to put a little bit more pressure there, so Gaia doesn't feel quite as comfortable just going straight in to the minecart. Tries to eject ship and is getting caught by these rising areas.
Very, very true. Gaia makes it back. Tigerton's going to have to as well. Does wonders to avoid that grab, and a big up air will be taking that stock, but 135. Is it too late? My money's on no.
All right, double fair going to connect there. This time he backs off. We're going to see the headbutt there from the glider. Does actually have that hitbox on the way in. But Tigerton now in full stocks of rage at 152. A full 100 clear of Gaia, but somehow it feels like the tide is turning. Looks like Roy might be claiming the space of the protagonist. Doesn't die to the up throw. And now trying to chase down Steve. He's got diamonds on deck. A little bit of a reprieve.
Probably a bit too late for this observation, but I've just realized that another huge thing as to what might have led to a Tigerton Roy pick over a Violet pick, right? Whenever there's a series of blocks covering the stage that's like too high, Violet will have to get rid of 2 of them to run through. Roy can down tilt 1 because of his low running angle and just slip under, which is, I think, why Tigerton's been down tilting every single time he's been going up to bully the blocks.
And it's a quick move as well.
Yeah, it's really good.
Alright, starting to see those falling up airs get parried now. This guy is down to his final stock. It felt like he had the momentum, but he just has not been able to kill Tigerton. Luckily, no smash 4, so even as he reaches 200, there's no extra rage going there. We see once again a lull, a quiet. Tigerton looking to burst out onto the scene, comes in with 65%. Falling aerials, but forces Gaia back to the ledge. Obviously looking to try and exploit that weakness there from Roy. That up B, nice and strong on stage, but not quite so much off stage. Air dodges out immediately because the panic is starting to get there. We're not seeing any of the big conversions we're used to seeing from Steve at these low percents.
It all comes down to this. The next big hit could seal the deal. If Gaia loses this stock, that is it on this set, and they both know it. Tigerton swinging out with these kill shots time and time again. Gaia playing safer than we have seen in a while. 55%, but a big bounce air seals the deal, and a par from Tigerton makes it so.
Really, really well deserved. Both of these half fought. It felt like sometimes at just any moment it could swing massively in the other's favor, but Tigerton is gonna outperform at the end of the day and take this one over Gaia. He's going to be looking to go back to the drawing board and play the rest of top 8 in loser side.